Japan deploys first Tomahawk-capable destroyer JS Chokai for long-range strike missions. The Maritime Self-Defense Force confirmed the modifications through 8 ELA, with Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi underscoring their role in Japan's evolving defense posture. The upgrade enables Chokai to conduct precision standoff strikes against hardened targets, including missile sites and command nodes. Integration of the Tomahawk system, with a range exceeding 1,000 kilometers depending on variant, complements Japan's layered missile defense architecture. The effort forms part of a broader plan to field long-range strike options across both naval and ground forces within the decade. The Chokai, a Kongo-class guided missile destroyer, has now become the first Japanese warship configured to fire the Tomahawk land attack missile. This subsonic cruise missile, designed for precision strikes against high-value targets, offers a range of approximately 1,600 kilometers and uses a combination of inertial navigation, terrain counter-matching, and satellite guidance to reach its objective. Its ability to fly at low altitude reduces detection by radar systems, increasing survivability in contested environments. Integration onto Japanese vessels relies on the Mk-41 vertical launch system, a modular launcher already present on MSDF Aegis destroyers, allowing relatively seamless adaptation without major structural redesign. Commissioned as part of Japan's first generation of Aegis-equipped surface combatants, the Chokai displaces around 7,500 tons standard and up to 9,500 tons at full load, reflecting a design optimized for both endurance and multi-mission flexibility. Measuring 161 meters in length with a beam of 21 meters, the ship is powered by 4 Ishikawajima Harima General Electric LM2500-30 gas turbines driving 2 shafts, delivering approximately 100,000 shaft horsepower. This propulsion configuration allows a top speed of about 30 knots, while an operational range of roughly 4,500 nautical miles at 20 knots supports extended deployments across the Western Pacific. The crew complement of around 300 personnel ensures continuous operations across combat, navigation, and maintenance functions. The vessel's combat system integrates the Aegis combat system centered on the Spy 1D phased array radar, capable of tracking multiple airborne and ballistic threats simultaneously at long range. Additional sensors include the OPS-28 surface search radar for maritime domain awareness and the OQS-102 bow-mounted sonar for anti-submarine detection. Electronic warfare functions are supported by the NWELQ-2 intercept and jamming system, which enhances survivability against radar-guided threats by disrupting enemy targeting cycles. Armament reflects a layered approach to air, surface, and subsurface warfare. The Chokai carries a 127mm Oto Melara gun for naval gunfire support, as well as 8 RGM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles housed in quad canisters, each capable of engaging surface targets at ranges exceeding 120 kilometers using active radar homing. Close-in defense is ensured by 2 20mm phalanx close-in weapon systems designed to intercept incoming anti-ship missiles at short range through high rate of fire radar-guided engagement. Anti-submarine warfare is supported by 2 HOS-302 triple torpedo tubes deploying Mark 46 or Type 73 lightweight torpedoes. The core of the destroyer's firepower resides in its 90-cell Mk-41 vertical launch system. This system accommodates a mix of munitions, including SM-2 Mr. surface-to-air missiles for fleet air defense, SM-3 interceptors designed for exo-atmospheric ballistic missile defense, RIM-162 evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, SM, 4-point defense, and RUM-139 vertical launch anti-submarine rockets. The integration of Tomahawk missiles into this architecture extends the engagement envelope from defensive interception to deep strike capability, without requiring additional launch infrastructure. The ship also operates one SH-60K helicopter, which enhances anti-submarine and maritime surveillance missions through dipping sonar, sonobuoys, and data relay functions. Koizumi frames this evolution as a response to the growing missile inventories in the region. North Korea continues to test ballistic systems with extended reach and maneuverability, while China expands both its conventional and precision strike arsenals. In that context, The introduction of standoff strike capabilities aims to complicate adversary planning by holding key assets at risk before an attack unfolds. The minister insists that these measures remain within the bounds of Japan's self-defense policy, emphasizing their role in deterrence rather than preemption. The Chokai is not yet operational in its new configuration. Live-fire testing is scheduled to take place in the United States by summer 2026, followed by crew training and certification processes. Japanese officials expect the vessel to return to service around September, after which it will join a broader effort to equip all 8 MSDF Aegis destroyers with Tomahawk missiles. Parallel to this, Japan continues to develop its indigenous Type 12 surface-to-ship missile in an extended-range variant, intended eventually to replace the imported system. The upgraded Type 12 is projected to achieve comparable reach while offering greater autonomy in production and sustainment. The addition of Tomahawk capability alters the role of MSDF surface combatants. A destroyer such as Chokai can now engage fixed targets such as air bases, logistics hubs, or command centers deep inland, without exposing itself to coastal defenses. If integrated with intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance networks, including satellite and airborne sensors, the system enables coordinated strikes against time-sensitive targets. However, effectiveness depends on accurate targeting data and secure communication links, as well as protection against electronic warfare that could degrade navigation or guidance systems. This capability also interacts with Japan's broader command and control architecture. Data links connecting naval units with joint forces and allied assets allow for real-time updates and mission coordination. At the same time, constraints remain. Cruise missiles like the Tomahawk are optimized for fixed or slowly moving targets and are less effective against mobile systems unless supported by persistent surveillance. Their subsonic speed also means longer flight times compared to ballistic alternatives, which may affect responsiveness in rapidly evolving scenarios. The deployment of long-range strike options signals a recalibration of regional deterrence dynamics, particularly in the Indo-Pacific. For China and North Korea, the prospect of Japanese vessels capable of targeting inland facilities introduces additional layers of uncertainty. It may also influence allied coordination, as Japan aligns more closely with U.S. operational concepts emphasizing distributed naval fires and networked strike capabilities.